What's up? We got Supergirl Season 2, Episode 3, Welcome to Earth. So this episode basically picks up where end of the last episode left off with Kara being attacked by that with that comatose guy, but when he woke up, and he basically attacked everyone before just jumping out the window and flying away. That's basically so now they have to find the guy. But then John mentions about how the president's coming. Their version of president is coming, and Kara just gets all fangirly over this because Kara really likes this president. And it's kind of funny that in the last episode, Superman said it was a guy, but it's revealed to be a girl in this episode. So kind of funny how they basically changed that up. Superman, you weren't right on that. So yeah. So let me see. We finally see James as the boss. I'm gonna say bot. As the boss of Catco. And he kind of doesn't get that much screen time in this episode as the boss of Catco. He just does it, and then another scene he just says he has a talk with Kara. So Cat never had any talks with Kara outside the main office space. They just wanted. They just want. Oh. They just wanted to make James the boss so he and Kara could have more scenes together. They said that Cat picked him, but when did Cat pick him? He just said that he was the boss. He didn't say anything about Cat choosing him last episode. He said that he was the boss of Catco. Cat never said anything about choosing him to replace her. I think Kara would have been the perfect choice to replace her because Kara has been around Cat more. But James has only had like minor scenes of Cat. But as a character, Kara and Cat had this like relationship. So Kara would have been the perfect choice to be the heir of Catco. But no, they had to be James because they needed James to do something in this season while Cat's gone. As I'm saying this, Kara would have been the perfect fit to be Cat's replacement because she and Cat had more scenes together in season 1, even though that was done by a different network than the show. Then season 2 that was done by CBS, it's done by CW. I'm just saying, Kara would have been the perfect replacement. So then the president, played by Wonder Woman herself, Linda Carter, shows up, and she's basically attacked by someone, and Kara's basically just fangirls over this president for the entire episode. She says, "Oh, it's great when the president calls her Supergirl," and Alex is like, "That's your name," but she was like, when she says it, it feels like Kara. I don't get why Kara is basically fangirling over this president. It's just the president. You shouldn't be nervous. You shouldn't be fangirling yourself. You're just fangirling yourself. Basically, Kara. Supergirl's basically just saying, yeah. So, yeah. So, we also meet Detective Maggie Sawyer. Basically, Alex's new love interest for season 2. She's basically there to be Alex's new love interest. Even though in season 1, Alex had no love interest at all. CW was like, yeah, we gotta put a love interest for Alex in the season. I.e., Maggie Sawyer. Alex's new love interest. Who's basically in every single episode, I think. So she's like, so Kara's, so Alex, as Wynn's talking about where they can find, where he found the guy, Alex just leaves before Wynn can finish his conversation. That's rude, Alex. That's rude. And then, and then, and then Maggie Sawyer is like, "Yo, I'm here, and I learned who you really are, DEO agent." And then what happens? Then what happens is that and then Carr gets mad at this. Carter's like, "Alex, you made the wrong." Alex is like, "What were you thinking?" Carter's like, "What were you thinking?" And she's like, "What would happen if you found the guy?" And she's like, "Do my job." And she's like, "Make smart decisions next time." Okay, Cara. Alex has to involve you in every single thing she does now. Why did they add this scene? Why did they add the scene where Cara's mad at Alex? She's just like, "Oh, you have to involve me in you should have involved me because I have to be, because this show's called Supergirl, not Alex. It's called Supergirl. So you have to involve me in everything that you do because I'm the title character, not you." Just kidding. Sorry, that was meant to be a joke, but I'm just saying. Car gets mad at Alex for literally no reason. She's just like, she was like, "Make smart decisions next time," like, and then just walks off. Like, who cares, Cara? Alex, Wynn told Alex where to find the guy. You're just telling her to say, "Call her next time." Let her, yeah. I'm just, yeah. I don't get this. I don't get that scene. Cars basically yelling at, besides fangirling over the president, Alex. So yeah, so Cars also supposed to like help Lena Luthor. So Lena basically just creates a device that's supposed to tell if someone's an alien. So what does Car do? She basically uses her laser eyes to hijack the machine and make it so she can't tell her she's an alien, and then basically writes a whole expose about how that device was a terrible idea. Okay, Car, this episode's made me not like you at all. Because you, Lena, spent like entire hours on that device, and what do? You just go and badmouth it? What friend you are? I get it could expose you as an alien, but Lena doesn't know that. Lena just thinks you're a normal human person. And by destroying her device, by tinkering with her device and messing with it just so you can just prove to her that you're not an alien, and then write a bad expose, write like a bad report on how it's not a good idea, just makes it come off as not my favorite character. So yeah, so then they find out that the guy is trying to trying to send a signal to a planet called Daxam. So Kara basically says, "This guy's bad. Let me just punch his face in." Because they didn't make me like Kara enough. Didn't like Kara enough in this episode. This isn't bash on the episode, but I'm just saying, Kara was written really terribly in this episode because first off, she gets mad at Alex for not including her when if she was gonna find the guy, she was supposed to include her, and then she tinkers with Lena's device to make her not to make. It's just like, Kara, Lena worked so hard on this way. So Kara basically kidnaps, captures him, and basically reveals, and she's like, he's from planet Daxam, and then it's Daxam's fault. Like, I have them do with this season what season 1 did, where they have Kara think that Daxam's evil, but then she later learns that it's not. That's what happened with Kara's mom, where she thought Astro was evil, but then she learned that her mom was the real bad person. It's just like, why are if they're gonna do that again, if CW is just repeating CBS's plot points, then what's the point? But anyway, yeah. So they go to a so Alex and Maggie go to a bar where basically aliens can be themselves, and Alex just almost shoots an alien, who's basically an alien on information. Yeah. And yeah, so we learn, so we learned that Daxam was, like, we learned that Daxam and that Krypton was at war. Daxam, but Kara was led to believe that Daxam was the one that attacked because the season is trying to do plot points that we've already seen before in season 1. I was hoping it didn't do that, but it seems like it's going in that exact same direction. Where Kara thinks that Krypton is a perfect image until she learns that it wasn't all that good as she thought. It wasn't all that clear as she thought she was. As she thought it was. So yeah, so then we get more Kara. So then they learn about. So then that lady that Alex bumped into uses her fire powers to attack the president. Kara goes more fangirling over the president, and she's like, "Thank you," and she's like, "Yeah, president, I love you," and I'm just like, why fangirl over this one? So yeah, so Maggie gets captured in the attack. We meet this girl. Alex confronts that guy at bar, but then a new girl at the bar who bartends there, tells her where that girl is. So they find her, and she basically just is another prejudice on but then Kara and her fight, but then Kara tries to laser eyes her, but then again, like the Flash did with Livewire, another season 1 reference, she tries to absorb the fire, but then Kara does what I thought Kara would be smart to do, and freeze breaths her, and Kara would freeze breath her, and then what happens is freeze breaths her, and then what happens is the Kara just melts, but they're able to defeat her. Maggie is safe. Maggie says, "Oh, I like you guys," which is true because we all like these characters, and yeah. So Kara has to tell the guy that his planet was attacked by solar flares, and then Kara, we continue more Kara fangirl over this president. We continue Kara fangirling over Linda Carter for the entire episode. And then Kara's like, hey, then Linda Carter makes a Wonder Woman reference by saying, oh, she's got another jet. Another quote-unquote jet. You know? And then she's like, hey, Jean, instead of defending the world, you should go out there and experience it. So John shows up at the alien bar in his Martian form, which the bartender girl gets freaked out about, and he says, do I know you? And then she goes out the back to reveal her name is Magan Moores, and she's the last daughter of Mars. And that's where the episode leaves us. So I didn't think this episode was how bad. I just felt like Kara was kind of written very poorly. Her whole fangirling over the president kind of got annoying. Her scolding Alex on going alone, and her tinkering with Lena's device to make it not condemn her as an alien was also kind of bad. I'm not saying I have a problem with the episode, but I'm just saying Kara was written really poorly in the episode. As I said before, she scolds Alex on going alone, saying that Alex should make smart decisions next time, even though Alex was like that she was just doing her job. Kara's like, what if you do find this guy, which they eventually do. She's like, she'll do her job, and then Kara's like, oh, then make smart decisions next time, and then just leaves, and then she destroys Lena's device. And then she's also fangirling over this president character, again, played by Linda Carter, which also, I know that I'm really loving Arrow Season 5 and The Flash Season 3, and Legends and Supergirl. But this episode really made me really annoyed at Kara because even though when I was watching, I was like, ugh, Kara. I was just like, I just found it like, why though? Why is Kara fangirling of his president? Why is she scolding Alex for basically doing her job and saying a bunch of Black SWAT FBI guys when just because Alex isn't called Kara doesn't mean that she doesn't get to go at all. Kara's basically like, oh Alex, just because you didn't call me, you can't do your job. They're basically saying, what is this show called? It's called Supergirl, not Alex and Supergirl. This is what this show is called. But anyway, that's it for this video. I'm not saying something's bad or anything. I'm just saying Kara wasn't written as well as she, yeah. But anyway, that's it for this video, and I'll see you next time for more Supergirl.